welcome or welcome back. My name is Ari and today we are doing a wrap up, and I want to address the fact that you could probably hear my fan in the background right now. It's like 90 degrees in this house and I don't have air conditioning. There is no way that I can record without this fan blowing on me. I will start sweating and be gross. So apologies for the annoying noise in the background, but I don't really have a choice. I'm actually wearing a shirt with a snowman on it just to make me feel colder, but it's not working. It's really fucking hot right now. Anyway, today we are doing my wrap up for the month, and I've read a couple of books. This isn't even all of them. So if you didn't see last month's wrap up, I do wrap ups in a particular way. Basically, because I read so many books, I'm gonna do quick wrap ups. Just basically, did I like the book? Did I not like the book? Am I surprised I liked the book? Just, you know, a short little like sentence about each book. If you want a longer or full review on the books, then down in the description box below, I do link my personal Goodreads reviews of every single book I've read. So you can go there and like get a little bit more information about exactly how I felt about them and why I felt that way. I also do stats. So let's start with the stats. In June, I read 20 books, but a lot of those were like graphic novels and short books, so it's not particularly impressive. My lowest page count of the year this month at 5,905 pages, averaging about 197 pages per day and 295 pages per book. So shorter books. I had a rough work month, let's just put it that way. We had a tournament this month. I don't have a whole lot of free time when we have tournaments, so not a whole lot of reading. Out of the authors that I read, this is also a weird month. Usually I read majority female authors, but this month was a male author heavy month. I read 12 books by male authors, 7 books by female authors, and 1 author was non-binary. Genres. This isn't weird. Mostly fantasies. 11 of them to be exact. I was taking part in Whatever You Want-a-thon and my team was epic and high, so I wanted to read more fantasy, or mostly fantasy, to get those extra team genre points. 3 of the books I read were sci-fi, 2 of them were fiction, 2 of them were horror, and 2 were non-fiction. Demographic is actually exactly the same as it was last month, which 17 adult books and 3 young adult books. The format of books that I read, 14 of them were physical, 4 of them were ebooks, and 2 audiobooks. The source of my books, like where I sourced the books from, 4 of them were backlist, which is bad. I'm trying to clear off my backlist book, and if I'm only reading 4 of them that are backlist, that's not good. Stop buying new books. 5 of them were new, so I can't justify this. It's just bad. 5 of them were for book boxes, 2 of them came from the library, 3 of them were from Kindle Unlimited, which is kind of a new stat, and 1 of them was an ARC. Final category, star rating. My star rating this month was so high. I didn't read a lot, but what I read was by far good. 6 5-star books. 6 5-star books. I do give 5 stars, but like, I usually have like 10 5 stars a year, and I had 6 this month. It was some good reading. 7 4 stars, 6 3 stars, no 2 stars, and only 1 1 star, and I didn't DNF anything at all. Alright, so from here, let's get into exactly what I read. The first thing I read was A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This came in a book box. It was okay. Next, I read The Buried Giant by Kazuo Ishiguro. 5-star prediction, I gave it 5 stars. I also read the final book in the Cleric Quintet, which is the Chaos Curse. This was a reread, but it remains 5 stars. Next, I read Trans Wizard Harriet Porber in The Bad Boy Parasophilus. This is fucking fantastic. 4 star. Next up was The Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I loved this. I love this series. I am trash for this series. 5 stars. Next up is The Saddest Girl in the World by Kathy Glass. This is a book that was gifted to me, and I read it this month because I drew it out of my TBR jar of doom. This is the book on my TBR that I expected to basically like the least, and I gave it 1 star. This was awful. Like, super awful. Don't read this. Next up, I grabbed the only book by River Solomon that I haven't read so far, which is The Deep. It was okay. I didn't like it as much as I liked their other books. Next up, I listened to the audiobook of Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I gave it 4 stars. It's different. I recommend it. Next up, I read an ARC copy of The Between by Ryan Leslie. I got this from NetGalley. It wasn't as scary as I wanted it to be, but it was okay. 3 star. Next up was The Wicker King by Kay Ankrum. This has one of the tropes that I hate, like, the most in it, and it was still so good that I gave it 4 star. So most people will probably like it more than I do, if you don't mind the child abuse trope. Next up was another book box book, and this is The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I have heard nothing but bad things about this book. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars, though it's very, very violent in the first 20%. Next up, I listened to Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall. This was really good. 5 stars. I recommend the audiobook. The author narrates it herself. Next up was The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Another book box book. Wow, that's hard to say. This one is not my thing. It's okay though. Listen to somebody else's review of this, because this just really isn't my thing. Another book box book, We Are Where the Nightmares Go and Other Short Stories by C. Robert Cargill. Not scary enough for my taste. Then, same book box as the last book. This is The Library of the Dead by T.L. Huchu. Okay. It reads very young adult, even though it's an adult novel. Then the graphic novels. I read White Sands Volume 1, 2, and Volume 3, which I don't have a physical copy of. This is the entire trilogy of Brandon Sanderson's White Sand. It's good. Like, it's good, but not great. I think I gave this 4 stars when I read it, but I think I want to drop it down to 3 stars because I liked these, but I didn't love them. Like, this isn't great Brandon Sanderson. It's just okay Brandon Sanderson. The final 2 books that I read were Saga Volumes 1 and 2 by Brian K. Vaughan. Saga is so fucking good, guys. Like, read Saga. That's it. 5 stars. I liked Saga so much that as soon as I finished reading Volume 1, I purchased the entire Saga omnibus. All current volumes of Saga right here. And I purchased all of the current volumes of Paper Girls, which is another series by the same author. That's how good Saga is. Like, do you even understand? And that's everything in this wrap up this month. Let me know if you disagree with me or agree with me about any books. Let me know down in the comments if you have any recommendations for other books you think I should read based off of this fantastic reading month. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!